Alright, today I'm going to teach you how to make a paracord bracelet using two colors, a red paracord and a khaki or coyote colored paracord. Both cords today are going to be gutted, so the bracelet will be thinner. There's a lot of different ways I've researched on how to make paracord bracelets, and basically this jig is the best one I have seen on the internet for making paracord bracelets. It makes it a lot easier for one person to make a bracelet. I've made this one here with plastic fasteners or clasps for the bracelets. You can just simply attach one end into the other end, like so, and this end into this end, like so. So then you have them there, and you can thread the paracord through there, making it a lot easier and adjustable for length. One of the harder things to do, I've found, while making paracord bracelets is getting the length to be correct. So for this paracord, I'm going to make it roughly 7.5 inches. My jig I have here adjusts from 6 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches, 9 inches, and 10 inches. So I'm going to go to about 7.5. So right about there. And again, the bracelet I'm making today is two-tone, so a red as well as a coyote, or almost like a red and khaki, if you will. Two-tone paracord bracelet. And again, it's gutted. So what that means is I basically took the 7 strands out of the inside of the bracelet to make it a thinner, more appealing look. And right now, I'm going to just start my bracelet using my jig here. So one thing you might want to do before you get started is I have one end here, it's melted, another end is frayed. Just to prevent further fraying, you might want to just melt the end of the paracord with a lighter. And now we can go ahead and get started. Some tools you might need: scissors, lighter, potentially pliers if you want to crimp anything. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put both pieces of paracord through the bottom part of the buckle, like that. And then I'm going to simply loop the two ends through. And I have the melted part from the other two pieces. I'm going to try to fish that in through here and get that somewhere in the middle part of the bracelet if I can, just to make it a little easier as far as wear and tear on the bracelet itself goes. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the coyote and the red color with the part where I had melted together right here. That should potentially be a safe spot for that, as I'm going to go through and braid the rest of this bracelet. So what I'm going to do now is fish the other ends through the top of the bracelet. There's the one, and here's the other. And you can just kind of pull them tight there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the back side of the bracelet and I'm going to make a loop. So I'm going to pull one end over here and one end on the other side. And now I'm going to loop it underneath and around. Now I'm going to pull that tight up against the top part of the bracelet. Now, depending on what color you want facing, or what color you want, since this will be the top part of the bracelet, depending on which side we want, which color we want in the middle, is going to depend on how we're going to start. So just for trial and error here, I'm going to try, what you want to do is you want to make like an S pattern, so the paracord coming down like this and then looping around. And then with the other paracord, you want to go down one side and up the other. And what that is going to do with that one is going to give us the coyote or khaki color paracord in the middle of the bracelet. What I want to do for this one is I want to have the red one in the middle. So I'm going to pull that out and go from the other side. Alright, so I want to have the S on this side, and again going through the bottom, around the back, and out the other side. If you haven't done this before, it gets rather easy the more times you do it. So then you just pull it tight, kind of push it up there, pull it tight again, and then you see this little loop right here, the khaki color, the coyote paracord. That's where we want to start with the rest of our loops, wherever that is overlapping the red paracord. So I'm going to just go ahead and make that S pattern again, and go under and over and pull tight, push up, and now you'll see that the coyote paracord is up on the other side, so that loop wants to be on that side. So again, we're going to make that S on the top of the paracord, going over, and then again down through the bottom part of the loop, underneath the rest of the paracord bracelet, and then up through the other part of the loop, or the top of the S, if you will. So it's like that. I'm going to go ahead and continue on further through the bracelet, since it's the same S pattern, and I'm going to keep going through the bracelet, and then we'll come back again at the end of the bracelet. Alright, now that we get closer to the end of the bracelet, you will see the red and coyote colors going well together throughout the entire bracelet. Now comes time to finish the bracelet. So what I'm going to do is a couple more of the stitch to finish the bracelet, and then I'm going to trim both ends of the paracord and burn the remainder. So you just want to simply finish up with a couple more wraps to make it nice and tight towards the end. Alright, and then simply when you get it to where you want it, for the rest of this I'm going to unclip it from my jig, and it just unclips like that, and like so, presenting the bracelet. The paracord looks nice, braided together there, and then you'll see on the opposite side is the opposite color. So now we're going to finish it. So what we want to do is cut the two ends here and here, and I will do that now, and then melt them to get into the bracelet. Alright. Now one thing that works really well is when melting the ends of the bracelet, that you get them nice and hot here, and then use your lighter, the body of your lighter, to push that into the other part of the bracelet, like so. I want to get this a little tighter here, so I'm going to I have a needle nose pliers here, so I'm just going to grab the end and kind of pull that a little tight. There we go. And then I'm going to again melt the other side here. It's nice and hot there. And then use the body of your lighter again to push it and melt it to the other parts of the bracelet. Alright, it's not necessarily the cleanest thing. You can pull the rope around and braid it through and pull it through the bottom and then melt the ends on the inside, but for this demonstration I was simply just doing it basic demonstration on how to make a paracord bracelet. So there you have it. There's your bracelet, and again, when it's all done, it clips like that and you're all good to go. So thank you guys for watching my video. Feel free to leave any questions, comments. I'm pretty new starting off doing this myself, so I know this hopefully will help you. Please let me know if it does, or let me know if there's anything that you do differently that helps you. So, alright, thanks guys. See ya.